Phones are drugs.
Phones are the cigarettes of this century.
Welcome to Could Be Genius, where half-baked ideas get to shine.
We're not here to make it perfect, just to see how far it goes. Then it's your problem.
We are at the main train station of Vienna. Wien Hauptbahnhof.
Okay, nice.
And to some extent, I know everyone, maybe including you, will think the idea will be about trains.
Actually, that's not what I thought.
What did you think?
Well, I knew it wasn't about trains. Maybe I thought it's about commuting
No.
and what you do while you commute
Oh,
on the train.
yes. There you are pretty much right. Okay,
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So let's just get to it.
okay.
Welcome to Could Be Genius, by the way.
Yes, welcome to Could Be Genius. Let's frame it a bit. When you commute, let's say you take the train from Vienna to Budapest, it's probably 3-4 hours by train. What do you usually do when you're on the train during that time? When you're commuting, what do you do?
Right. So, for myself, I would think, okay, how am I going to spend this time on the train, right? If I'm not traveling with a friend, even when you travel with a friend, you probably want to watch something, maybe download a movie, maybe bring a book.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, I would download some movies
On your phone?
or maybe a playlist to listen to something like music.
Yeah. So you would watch a movie on your phone or listen to some music or maybe read a book.
Yeah. So the first thought would be on my phone. Yeah. What can I do on my phone? Whether it's download a movie or maybe music.
All right, then follow-up question. When you are commuting, it doesn't have to be 3 or 4 hours, maybe just to work and back. In the morning, in the evening, what do you see? What are other people doing while they are commuting?
I would say most people are on the phone. Not just phone. I know also the iPads, right, or the tablets. So a lot of people, I notice when they're traveling long distance, the phone is not even enough for them. They have the bigger ones. They have the tablets or
Yeah.
even the laptop.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the direction we want to head into, to the fact that when people are, it doesn't have to be only commuting, but for sure it's present when they are commuting, but also at home, you know, in the evening. Why are you laughing?
No, I'm listening and I'm waiting for you
All right.
to get to the
All right.
the fun part.
People are addicted to their phones.
Right.
Right?
I think that's 100%.
That's 100%. And
I'm addicted to my phone.
I'm also
I'm
addicted
guilty.
to my phone.
I'm guilty.
Guilty.
Yes.
So everyone is, or almost everyone
Yeah.
is. The moment you are bored and you're like, I don't know what to do for the next 5 minutes. I have to wait for something or whatever. You take your phone.
Yeah.
That's what everyone does.
I think there's people out there who are in denial maybe, or they're embarrassed to admit it.
Yeah.
There's this secret I'm addicted to my phone people.
Yeah.
They're addicted behind closed doors and they pretend in public they're not,
Yeah.
but they're addicted. That's at least what I think.
So basically, the way that I came to this idea that I will present now is because this is what you see when everyone around you is on their phones. And then when you see what they are doing on their phones, 9 out of 10, it's nothing important.
Like
They're
what?
shopping on Zalando, watching TikToks, watching Reels, I don't know what.
Are you
watching
spying
a
on
movie.
people on their phone? Or
Well,
how do you know
sometimes
this?
it happens. Sometimes you sit next to
Are
someone
you the
and
guy
you're
who
like,
sits next to you and goes like this? Or
Yeah.
the one that stands behind you and you feel a presence?
someone
And
breathing
you're
in
on
your
your
neck,
phone, you're, oh shit, I better watch what I'm doing.
saying, that's a cool video.
Yeah. Excuse me.
No, but, and then I thought, it's a lot of wasted time. The time that you spend on your phones watching reels and whatever, all this crap, it's wasted time. And if you look at screen times of people, dude, like younger people for sure, it could be like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours every day that you waste,
Yeah.
right?
I think let's be real. I mean, sometimes we're on our phone and we think we're doing something educational. I'm reading something. but most of the time it's nonsense. Like, it's like this clickbait stuff. You
Yeah.
go through your phone, you're watching these few second clips, and it's kind of some
Yeah.
people even say it could be damaging, right, to your
Yeah.
brain when you do this.
Well, yesterday I wanted to take my phone, but it's recording. I don't know what the
It sounds
clocks
like
are.
cowbells. Doesn't it sound like a cowbell?
Yeah, it does. Anyways, it's weird, but okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was commuting back home, and I mean, now you're gonna think I'm a stalker, but there was a guy in front of me who was watching TikTok
I do think
reels,
you're a stalker.
and he was like, for like 20 minutes, just his thumb was going up and down non-stop, watching every video 1 second, then one video out of 50 he watched for 5 seconds, next. It's so much input you get. So to come to your point, I think for sure it's not a healthy thing. Like it's like a drug. The
I
phone
think
is
it's
like a drug.
Yeah, for sure. I think when people are doing this and their brain is not even comprehending anything, there's no like rationale, there's no like
Right.
yeah.
Sorry. It's very
It's
weird.
weird. Yeah, I mean, to describe what's happening, there's a group of people.
They have like instruments or
They have
something, right?
instruments. They have flags. They
Like
have
cowbells.
cowbells, and they're traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, we are at a train station, so
Well, yeah, makes sense.
people usually travel somewhere.
Okay, let's come to the
Yes.
to the idea. Okay.
So what's
I
the
think-
problem?
Well, that's the problem. People are wasting time on their phones,
Okay.
and then I thought
It is a problem.
it is a problem.
Yeah.
And then I thought, what if you could somehow incentivize people for using their phone less? So basically, let's take a very easy example. It wouldn't look exactly like this, but you are commuting from here to Prague.
Right.
3 hours
Yeah.
on the train. Those 3 hours you would listen to music, watch a movie, maybe scroll on Instagram, whatever. What if someone would come up to you in the train and would say, whoa, wait, I give you two options. Option one, you just do whatever you want to do on your phone, I don't know, you do what you want to do. Option two, you do something else, you don't use your phone, and if you don't use your phone for those 3 hours, you get €10. Just naming something.
Okay.
What would you do? In the meantime, you could read a book, you could, I don't know,
I would
draw something.
I would take the 10 euros, especially if I had a book in my bag. I would say, you know what, he's right. I'll take the 10 euros, I'll
Yeah.
read my book. It's a win-win.
Yeah. So what if you can, in some way, offer money to people for using their phone less? That's the concept that I'm
Okay.
thinking of.
My first question would be in this scenario would be, am I admitting that I have a problem? So, just to put myself in that, okay, so I do have a problem. I do recognize I'm on my phone too much. I need help. So there's a tool out there, there's something out there that can help me with my problem.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, am I that person who recognizes that I have a problem? Or is this something where you don't really think you have a problem, but then you realize that there's something like this available, and then you're like, yeah, I should try it. Like,
yeah, I don't think
'Cause
you
you don't
need to have a problem necessarily. Maybe it could also be for you or for me. I mean, for myself, I don't think I have a problem with how much screen time I have or something. But if there would be this possibility to say, look, 1 hour a day less screen time means €5, I would take it. It doesn't. I don't have to wait until I'm like, yeah, well, I have a huge problem with my screen time. Let's go for it. I think it's for everyone who uses their phone.
right. This could also be good for parents, right? Because I mean, teenagers nowadays, and we talk about this, we have talked about this, they have a problem. Teenagers have
Yeah.
a problem with phones. Parents are worried that their kids are too much on the phone and they don't know what to do and they need to find a solution. So maybe the target for this would be also parents, right? Who have this concern, who can incentivize their teenagers to use the phone less.
Yeah, and maybe you can link it. When I was a kid, my parents used to give. Maybe it's still the same happening now. I mean, I don't have children, so I don't know. But when I was a kid, my parents used to give me, I don't know, €20 per week
For what?
to buy, I don't know, to buy something after school, maybe
Like
something
allowance.
for lunch, like an allowance,
Allowance.
€20 per week.
Yeah.
I remember I was always fighting to get 30 because my friends got 30 and so on. It wasn't fair, blah blah blah. But that was a concept. I don't know if it's still a
Did you have to
concept.
do something? I mean, like, I know that people do this also when you get good grades or things like that. You
Yeah,
get
right.
It wasn't a reward. You got it no matter what.
Yeah, I just got it
Yeah.
to live,
Yeah.
to go drink something
yeah.
with some friends, whatever. Okay, so what if you take it from that direction? What if, as a parent, you basically give your child money for spending less time on their phones? So you tell
Like
them
a
if
reward.
you,
It's like a reward
exactly.
program.
If you tell them if you spend 5 hours a week less on certain apps, for example, then I give you €10 extra.
Okay.
And it pushes the kids to be less on their phones.
So, just to go back a few steps,
Hmm.
because we said a lot already. So, what you're proposing is a phone app that makes you use your phone less. Or I don't even know. You never mentioned phone app.
No, I never
You mentioned a person in the train coming to you. So are we paying people to do this?
Well,
What is it? Is it an app? What is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if it has to be an app. I also don't want everything to be an app
Yeah.
because it's a very valid argument. Well, let's use an app on the phone to
Yeah.
be less on the phone.
Let me check my app to
Yeah.
see how much phone time I use this week.
But as a parent, you could have an app to check the phone time of your children.
Right.
Your children don't need the app on their phones.
I think this exists already. I know that there's apps where parents can control how much time their kid spends on the phone
Yeah,
and
that's true.
what
Yeah.
they're looking at
Yeah.
and how much they're,
Yeah.
what sites they're on and things like that.
That's true. So maybe linked to that, you can link the money to
Yeah.
it, and it's directed to the, or maybe it's an offline thing. Maybe your mom or your dad, the parents, they just check the screen time of the kids and they say, look, if the average, because you can see the averages, if the average next week is 20% lower, I will give you €10 more. Maybe this pushes the kid a bit to be like, oh wait, I'm 20 minutes in the train now. No, I'm not going to use my phone because it means at the end of the week I will get rewarded for it. So maybe it can be very, very basic. Maybe it doesn't even have to be an online solution or an
Yeah.
app.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's two types. There's the parent, I think, who is worried about their child using the phone too much. So they're trying to control this and have an incentive for the kids to use it less. The kids are playing computer games. I see this too all the time. These kids going to school and stuff like that. They're playing computer games. Even if that one kid doesn't have a phone, their friend has a phone and everyone's looking at their friend's phone and oh my God, it's so cool. They're playing the game. So for these type of kids, the parents have an incentive to not do this anymore.
Yeah.
So the kid is consciously aware of this and it's like, okay, I'm not going to use the phone so I can buy something, so I can do something. So they're using the phone less. So I think then there's the parents and then there's the person like you and me or whoever who's like, I'm on social media too much. I watch too much bullshit on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing really good on there anyways. And I just, you know.
I think we cannot only
them it's
limit it to
different.
children. I think the problem is so big. It's adults for sure as well. So I think we need to extend it to everyone who just uses their
Oh
phone.
my God, hold on.
All right, now it's
I
coming.
just, I just thought of something. Sorry, not to, but you know how like you watch everything online, right? So what if the incentives come from businesses who are not depending on online business? Like there's the Amazon, there's the, all these online blah, 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 and everyone's online shopping.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, these little shops, your little community shops are suffering. The bookstore's suffering because you're buying everything online. So what if for adults, there's an incentive, you get a discount if you buy something from this local store, if you use your phone less. I'm saying, how can this benefit the local store owner? How can this benefit, again, let's not be online, let's not buy online, let's not watch online. I'm not saying bring back the video store or the DVD store. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying maybe promote more like going into a store, buying things, support your local business, go to the movie theater. I
Yeah,
know movie theaters are also suffering.
that's true.
You know, instead of
That's
watching
true.
shit on, excuse my language, but instead of watching things on
Yeah,
Netflix or, you know, go to the movies again.
yeah.
And then you can have the movie, the cinema, support this by getting discounts. If you're on your phone less, give your kids a discount to go see a movie.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Would that make sense?
that would make sense. I think maybe
I just thought of it.
discounts
Sorry.
to. I think indeed we have to look at who is suffering. So indeed, I think a bookstore is a very good example because people, and that's to come back to the beginning. Instead of being on your phone for 3 hours, you could just read a book, right? No
Right.
one does it anymore.
Yeah.
So what if the incentive is if you don't use your phone so often anymore, you get a I don't know,
Gift card or
20 a
something.
gift card of €10 or a discount of
And the
20%.
gift card can only be redeemed within the store,
Yeah,
not online.
yeah.
Because that wouldn't make sense.
So I think indeed bookstores, maybe even like museums and stuff. I don't know. Maybe they would get
Museums.
more visitors if people would spend less on their
I think
phone and see
museums
everything
great
on their
too.
phone.
Yeah, like all these cultural events, like museums,
Yeah.
concerts.
Live
Go
concerts.
to a concert.
Yeah. I think there's quite a lot of businesses that are suffering and that would do better if people would use their phone less, actually.
Right. So it's kind of, going a little bit back in time where, we're doing things more in real time, in real life, connecting with people as well, going to the store, taking the time to find things. And I think for kids, this would be also, because a lot of parents I know also, my kid is always at home, spends 5 hours in his
Yeah,
room,
exactly.
she spends 5 hours in her room. I don't know what she's doing. She's on this, talking to her friends, blah, blah. How do I get her out of the house?
True.
So when we have this type of incentive, less time on the phone, spend more time outside.
Maybe even like toy stores or something, or places where children, I don't know how you call them, where they get to play and like amusement
A playground?
parks or whatever. Those
Oh,
kind of
okay,
things.
museum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Those
these
those would
arcades.
benefit.
When I was a kid,
Arcades, yeah.
yeah,
Instead
arcade, right?
of your kid being at home for five
Yeah.
hours, then they wouldn't use the phone, and then
Bowling alley.
yeah, there's all
Yeah.
those social events, right?
Also, you know what kind of pisses me off is I don't want to name any names, but there's all these video games now where you can do bowling,
All
you
right.
can play
Yeah,
tennis.
yeah.
It's like, dude,
Just go.
yeah, like
Do
just
it
go
in real
play
life,
real
yeah.
tennis, go bowling.
Yeah, no, I think the discount thing would work well because, as mentioned, I think a lot of stores are suffering. Also, physical clothing stores, for example,
Right.
or shoe stores. People buy everything online now.
Yeah.
If you would reduce that, then the physical stores would benefit from it. So maybe they can be in the picture as well.
So I think it's clear. There's a lot of rewards you can do to limit your online usage. You can work with a lot of different businesses, but I think it needs to be an app though somehow. But I think that's also fine. You still. An app is an app. Doesn't mean you go on the app and you're going to spend 10 hours on the app. You go on the app, you do your thing. You maybe check to see how much screen time your kid had or how much screen time I had. You have this incentive. Maybe there's this many hours. You said how many hours a week I want. I want only 2 hours a week on the screen time. You do
Yeah.
those settings in the app, and then you're done. You put your phone away, and then at the end
Yeah.
of the week you check it, and then you get rewards accordingly.
The
Something
only
like
thing that
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure about is like how it would work in practice because some people just need to use their phone more for work or whatever to make calls, to navigate. I don't know. So, or let's say someone would buy a second phone and just never uses it, and he grasps or she grasps all the rewards. How do you do that,
Well,
right?
yeah, it's just like people who are drug addicted, they're gonna find a way to get their drugs at the end, but you
Yeah.
only can help people so much. But I think people, who just want to limit their screen use, not for work or anything. Of course, there's exceptions. I think there's exceptions to everything. You have to use your phone for work and things like that. But on the weekend, do we really need to use our phone that much on the weekend?
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe it's a weekend thing. Maybe
Yeah.
during the week you're like, yeah, whatever, I do
Yeah.
my thing. But on the weekend, I want to limit it a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe after a certain time, maybe after 8 o'clock. After when I get home, we have dinner and this and that. We sit, and then after 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I don't want to use my phone for 2 hours. I want to read a book. Maybe that's where
Yeah.
you can make the
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's like you mentioned, there's for sure apps that look into that and that restrict your phone usage like after 1 hour
But
on
do they
Inst-
give you rewards?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
think-
there's any cooperation with physical stores or bookstores or whatever. So it doesn't really push people, right? I think if you really want to push people,
Yeah.
somehow
You have to make an incentive.
Yeah, you have to make an incentive. You have to bring money in.
And I think that's where the main idea is,
Yeah.
right? To have a reward and to be able to control things in a fun way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun, right? I mean, you can have this very like a fun interactive thing with your kids and say, hey, at the end of the week, we'll go to the movie, we'll watch a
Yeah.
movie and blah, blah, blah. We'll go bowling.
Yeah, exactly. Because, as said in the beginning, it's just a lot of wasted time. It's people are bored and they do it. They don't do it for a main purpose. So then, if by not doing it, you actually get a financial incentive, dude, I think it's a no-brainer. I think a lot of people would then be like, ah, sure, I'm just gonna for 20 minutes look outside the window instead of being on my phone. If that means that in the weekend I can have a 10% discount at my movie theater.
Yeah, no, you're right. Did I tell you, when I was a kid, you just reminded me, I used to look out the window for like 10 minutes, not thinking, having not a thought. And I
Yeah.
used to think there was something wrong with me.
Well,
But maybe there wasn't something wrong with me.
Maybe there
Maybe there's something wrong when you do this for 10 minutes and you don't even know what you're looking at and you're just
yeah.
using your finger.
People always need something.
Well,
in,
yeah.
in the past, you would have those moments. When was the last time that you sat somewhere and just did nothing?
I do that a lot, actually.
Okay.
It's pretty pathetic, but
Yeah, but a lot of people don't. The
yeah.
moment they have nothing to do, they take
Yeah.
out the phone. And this is wrong.
I think people are afraid to be within their thoughts.
Yeah.
I think they're scared of their thought. I think as soon as you're sitting by yourself and there's silence, I think some people get uncomfortable with themselves. And I mean, I don't want to get psychological, but the first thing they do is they go on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just had a thought. Oh my God, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Let me go on my phone.
Yeah.
You need to be
Because it
comfortable.
almost feels awkward not to be on your phone, right?
Right.
You're at the doctor's in the waiting room.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, what do I do?
Yeah,
oh,
like-
I better be on my phone.
That person thinks I'm staring at them.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go on my phone
you
and
also
stare at my
can't
phone.
stare like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I mean we could talk about this for hours. I think, and it's
Now let's talk
it's an
about it
interesting.
for hours.
It's an interesting subject. I mean, yeah, I have time. I mean, I'm at a train station. I'm not going anywhere. So.
I'm
What?
taking that train, so we better wrap
Oh,
it
you
up.
are. You better
Yeah.
get on. Oh shit! I didn't even notice there's a train behind us.
No, I think we can wrap it up. I think there's for sure potential in this idea, and honestly, I think money or discounts or whatever is something that would push people in the right direction, and it's a very easy thing to then just take the decision to use your phone a bit less. When it comes to practically how to do it, I don't know, maybe it's a bit more difficult. I think
Okay.
it's still a bit vague in my eyes.
Yeah.
How to organize this exactly, but I do think there's a potential idea in it for sure.
Yeah, and I think it should be fun. Because I don't, like I said earlier, I don't think anyone wants to admit that they have addiction or they have a problem. I mean, some people do, but I think at the end this should be a fun thing. It would
Yeah.
be incentivize it, make it fun.
Yeah.
Hey, instead of being on your phone, read something, do something, meet someone, or hang out, or go to a museum.
Yeah.
Something like that. More fun. I think you can do a lot of collaborations with a lot of different associations and places.
Yeah, or like hip or trendy bars or I don't know what.
Yeah, like go to the bar with your friends or hang
Yeah.
out with your friends instead of being on your phone. Good night.